morning again. We're gonna do one more lesson regarding picking before we continue with strumming. So all I want to do is introduce two more notes, and that will complete our C major scale we have over here. C, D, E, F, G, A, and I want to add B and C. Okay, and then once we learn the C major scale, we'll do something fun with it. I got something good planned for you guys today. Let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So the two notes I'm going to add today are B and another C here. Okay, so B is on the H string space number 2, and C is on the H string space number 3. Okay, so we have two C's here. Okay, so if I'm speaking and I say C, that's this one. And if I want you to pick this one, I'll say high C, because it's higher. Okay. Kind of elementary. Okay, now if I'm writing it down, a C looks like this, and the C with the underline is this one, a H string space number 3. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Okay, it's not proper, but it's pretty simple. I mean, keep in mind, kids from 4 years old start playing the ukulele. Okay, so it's a pretty simple system. Okay, now C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and high C. That's our C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and high C. You can try going backwards. High C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay, and that's a good scale to practice back and forth. Okay, still using the rest strokes. Okay, now what I did was I just added some random notes in no particular order. And this is just to help you get comfortable with the notes. So you want to try to follow the board. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, high C, G, E, F, G, B, A, C, B, C, G, F, D, A, B, G, C, B, C, A, E, D, G. Okay? So you just follow it like that. And I think in the beginning, it's going to be difficult. You're going to look at the board and go, okay, I know C. Oh, where's D? Okay, D, E, F. Okay, and this is what it pretty much comes down to. When you can just look at the board and have this memorized, look at the board and just play E, F, G, A, B, C, G, E, F, G, B, A, C, B, C, G, F. Okay, that's going to make things a lot easier for you. If your eyes are going to the board, to ukulele, back to the board, back to the ukulele, it's gonna take a while. Okay, so try to break out of that habit. Okay, so work on this, pause the video if you need to, but this is step number 1, get comfortable with the different notes. Okay, and step 2, when you're comfortable with the notes, I'm gonna have you try this exercise just to kind of move your fingers around. Okay, and like I said earlier, we're using the C major scale. Okay. So basically, if I were to strum a song for you, like play a backtrack, and it's in the key of C, you can use the notes in the C major scale and mix them up however you want, and it should sound fine. Okay, so for example, here's the backtrack. I'll just play what's on the board right here. The same thing, but I just added some rests, here and there. Okay, maybe it'll sound like this. sounds terrible. You might say, you know, it's not a catchy melody, or you might not like it, but it doesn't sound terrible. Okay? So instead of reading this, the next step would be, what if I just ignore the board and just do it on the ukulele? Okay, now if you're still not too comfortable, you can pick slowly, like this. Nothing's wrong with this. If you're comfortable, maybe you can try to mix it up a little bit more. And when I say mix it up, I'm talking more about the phrasing, the placement of each note. Okay? Try this opener. E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, E, F, G. Right? E, F, G. One more time. Okay, now just kind of mix it up after that. Okay, so this is a good way to practice applying the notes, okay, after you get comfortable with them. And the reason why I like to start off with a little bit of improvising and soloing is because I mentioned before that, you know, I've been teaching for a little over 20 years. And what I found is that in the beginning, you know, I would teach Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, new song, Ode to Joy. You know, you just keep feeding them songs. And the students, after a while, start to feel like there's a right and a wrong to everything they play, right? If they play the wrong note over here, they're like, oh, I made a mistake. And then later down the line, mentally, they start thinking that there's a right and wrong all the time. So when you tell them to solo, you know, you're not actually telling them what notes to play. So as they try it, in their head, everything sounds wrong, okay? And I want them to understand that, no, everything sounds right, but it's so hard for them once they mentally have that thing where, you know, they need to know which notes to play. They have to be told. So in this case, we're just improvising. There is no wrong, there is no right. Everything's right. Okay, so just pick some notes. So I think this should keep you busy, and I think this is a good place to take a break from picking. Okay, and always come back to this lesson when you want to practice picking, or if you need more help, you know, go back. But I think in the end, being able to take a little solo and just get comfortable picking the different notes over the backtrack, I think that's great. And then when we come back to picking, we'll just pick up where we left off. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. All right, take care. See you soon.